All right. All right. All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I am your host, Richard Giordano. It is Solar Monday. That's right, kids. Monday, April 8th, 2024, solar eclipse day, everybody! And was it fun? B-O-O-R-I-N-G. B-O-O-R-I-N-G. Boring, but B-U-T-T. No, one but. One T. There were 625,000 people watching on one channel today. And there must have been a dozen people going. I mean, more than that. It was just really crazy out there. So today I want to talk about that a little. Tomorrow we will cover anything that pops up during the night after the eclipse because, oh, okay. Into Thin Air just says, hey, well, good to see you, first of all. Thanks for hanging out. Says he just posted on the weird anomaly that was captured at the corona of the sun. Okay, we'll watch that first, right after intros. So, wow, thank you for allowing me to use that, dude. That's cool as hell. Thank you. I can use it, right? Wait a minute. Oh, here it is. 9 minutes ago. Dude, that's it, huh? Okay. Oh, wait, what? We'll have to go right into that. All right. Into Thin Air, throwing it down with some serious authority today, right after. And we'll replay it tomorrow because I'm doing a whole show on that. Well, not a whole show, it's just the thumbnail to get us started. But thanks for hanging out. It is Monday. Hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you're all in a good mood. I started the second channel today. It was Goof On Lives. Now it's Rich Saves America. And the link's up in the chat room if you guys could do a little favor and just subscribe over there, just so we stay over 1,000. So I'm going to erase pretty much everything that's on there now and replace it with the video I took today and other things that. So anyway, that's that. The channel's up and going. I was going to make another channel just for droning because I'm going to be doing a lot of it. And I'll never, ever, ever go without droning again. Anyway, so I'm excited about things that are happening here. Let me see something real quick. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, some people subscribed already. Here it is. Check it out. Rich Saves America. I didn't have to change much. So that's it. I don't know. I kind of like the black and white, but the red tie really does it for me because it's like an FU to everybody who doesn't like Trump. That's my little message. So, yeah, that's it. I'll be removing all these, but I will be saving America. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't remove all of them, but hey, I can be good at two things at once. I've been told so. Roll call, everybody. Oh, I got to move this back. Hold on before we get stuck on the Goof On or Rich Saves America. I've got the worst neck. I pulled it while working out, and it's never gotten better, like a week ago, and it's just awful. I can't even turn. Look at this. That's it. I can't even turn to make a left turn. I have to go like this. It hurts bad. I put icy hot on it. Doesn't even get icy or hot anymore. I don't know why that stuff doesn't work for me. Alfie Joe Bob's here. Good to see you. Sven started off with a $5 super chat from Switzerland, I believe. Thank you, Sven. That was like an hour before the show. Actually, it was 6 hours before the show at 1:02. So thank you for that, Sven. What a way to start off. And hey, before I do roll call, if anybody wants to help support Truthology for UFOlogy, all the links are in the show description. PayPal, Super Chat, Super Sticker, Cash App, join, whatever. Do whatever you want. Nobody else cares. Thanks, Sven, if he's still here. Who else is here? Did I say Alfie Joe Bob? There we go. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Marcel, Goofonian, Matal, Head. What's up? Murder Hornet. How you doing? I don't have a lot of energy. I'm really trying hard. I shouldn't have went out today. I'm not feeling well. It's because I didn't sleep 2 nights ago, and then last night I slept 6 hours, but it still wasn't enough, and I'm not eating. All right, so I'm going to try to do an hour, like I say, and I'll probably wind up doing it all, but something's wrong, so I don't feel that great. Murder Hornet, good to see you. Kelly Lewis, you-he too? The EW is here. What do you say, Brookes? Huh? Yeah. Mike Johnson, good to see you at the show, bro. I hope everything's going well. I'm going to call you Mr. Positivity. That's who you are. Inside. Zach Diecast Montu. I don't know what he can't find. Somebody help him. Welcome to the show. The Angel of Goofon, Jeanette Angel. Welcome. David Wilcox, not Wilcox. Welcome there. Metal Head. Metalhead, how do you do? Welcome to the show. GC's in the house. How you doing, Glenn? Glenn Collins is here. Christopher V. Yeah. Stable geniuses use the best words. That's not me. I'm just below a genius. Yeah, I'm like you. I'm just you. I'm like everybody here. All right, let's get moving. If I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. Bernie Muro, love you. Amanda Shell, love you too. But if I don't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do, and I think we're okay. So welcome to the show, everybody. What's this? Magnesium pills? Neck, also magnesium pills. Yeah. Tiger Balm doesn't work for me either. I have it. Doesn't work. Nothing works for this. It's a bad one. I need a real masseuse, and I don't have one here in Florida. John Grubbs here. Welcome to the show. Doesn't matter. I'll live. I've had worse. So let's do it. The Into Thin Air video we'll start with, because I'm excited to see what the heck happened today and what was captured. Here we go. It is total solar eclipse, mysterious object. Did you see it? Into Thin Air, throwing it down with some vengeance today. Eclipse show, everybody, tomorrow. Tonight we're going to say, what's better for you? A spiritual event or nuts and bolts? And you can't say both, because nobody ever cares about both. All right, we'll come back to that. Wait a second. I didn't get the first twang in there. That's not cool. There it is. Bam, bam, bam.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I have some interesting stuff to show you that took place during this eclipse, and I'm sure I'm not going to cover all of them, but this is one you need to check out. So I put this tweet up right away because I wanted people to see this information. We had a situation take place back in 2012. Some of you may know this, and this was a huge deal in 2012, and now with this eclipse, people are pointing something out that they saw during totality that I went and researched, and you're not going to believe what I found. I'm going to explain everything now in this video. And I'll show you that right here. This video has been on the internet for years, and even scientists were completely baffled with this video. What you're seeing is what they're calling a solar bubble. Now, whether or not you believe this explanation or not is up to you. But in this video, you can clearly see some sort of sphere that is connected to the sun by these plasma tubes. And again, you can find YouTube videos dissecting this because it was a huge deal and still is. Some people still believe that this was actually some sort of Death Star or some kind of UFO that was attached to the sun. Here it is in regular motion. It releases and boom. And now take a look at this. You're looking at the sun from today, literally during the eclipse. And I want you to focus on the opposite side of where that 2012 video was and look at this. Once again, we're seeing the exact same thing. And what I want you to focus on, obviously, is this part of the sphere right here and then the plasma tubes connecting it. But if you notice, people were jumping online during the eclipse pointing something out. Take a look at this. Many people were asking what this red dot at the bottom of the sun was. Well, what it was were those plasma tubes I just showed you on the SDO camera. Here's a picture of the sun, obviously before the eclipse came through, but during totality, when the entire disk was covered, all people could see was this bright red light at the bottom of the sun. In a lot of the frames, it's down in this area, depending on where you were in the country. But now going back to Helio Viewer, that red dot or those plasma tubes are right here in this V formation. So it looks like people thought they saw this weird red dot, but in all reality, they're seeing these two plasma tubes coming in like a V formation, connected to what looks like a sphere next to the sun. So again, we're dealing with this same situation from 12 years ago now. That's when this took place in the YouTube video that I attached to this tweet right here. So I kind of just put all the information together for people to look at and check out. But until you go watch that other YouTube video and then obviously this one here that I'm posting now, a lot of people won't make this connection. And if you haven't heard about this little red dot, this right here is what people were talking about right next to the time bar, this red dot. And that is that V shape that I showed you on Helio Viewer, just depending on where you are in the country. This was one of the cameras from NASA. You can actually see it in the exact spot where I showed you in Helio Viewer. A little bit different than the other cameras that are showing it towards the bottom in this area. And the more you look at it, the more and more wild it becomes. Here it is in video form from the SDO camera, the satellite camera that faces the sun. You could see it right here on the bottom right. As I said, the opposite.
What was that whipping around before? What was that? What was the whipping stuff? Did you see it? It got crazy right before he pointed.
Form from the SDO camera, the satellite camera that faces the sun.
This guy right here.
Right here on the bottom right. As I said, the opposite side of where we saw it back in 2012. But very weird that this popped up during the eclipse. And it seems to be one of the bigger things people are talking about besides the experience itself. So I'm going to look into this some more. Tell me your thoughts down below. Is this what we saw back in 2012? All right, my friends, I appreciate you all. I'll have a more in-depth video on this later on or tomorrow, but until then, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Into thin air, throwing it down seriously with some style. All right, so what I think doesn't matter, but I'll tell you anyway, because you might want to hear this. Maybe not. Okay, yesterday, I was talking about how we are probably, well, scratch that. How it's possible we are living in a human zoo. Like Truman Show kind of, but on a scale unimaginable. And it could be possible that the people in that behind the fourth wall that we can't see, and sometimes they make an appearance by accident or they can't help it. It's just like what they're doing here. Maybe they're adjusting the sun, taking something out of it, or it's the sun is very strange, right? You've seen the solar, the bursts and everything where it looks like it's leaving, then it curves around and it makes an arc and it comes back around. It doesn't leave the sun. It goes out and comes back in and it forms these arches. We've seen them a million times. Kind of what I think is happening here, although the one in 2012 was so cool to watch because when the object was doing what it's doing, it pulled away, right? And when this thing pulled away, it kind of snaps back. It looked like the sun
YouTube video
snapped back. So when they're pulling away, this part is still holding on, and then all of a sudden, it's released and the UFO or whatever takes off and you can see the reverberation from that 2012 disengagement. This over here is the same thing And the only other thing I can think of, if it's not a fourth wall, where they're doing upkeep on this thing, filling it up with gas so it stays lit, maybe everybody's got a job on the other side. You take care of this solar system and the sun, make sure it's got, the fire. You got to keep the fire lit on the sun, or you're going to kill everybody on that little planet, just like you did Mars. I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. Did you guys know that? They forgot to light the sun? Right. And then they had a problem lighting it, and it kept putting out all of this energy. And then finally, when they lit the sun, it was like, poof, because it was all bubbled up in front, just like a gas stove in your house. You leave it on all night, somebody lights a match, the whole place goes up. And that's what they did to Mars. I don't know. It's just as good as any other stupid theory out there. But this is amazing. I am so happy this happened. It's weird. Doesn't make any sense. Especially the 2012 one. I think this thing, I want to watch it detach. So bizarre. See it? How it reverbed? It snaps back. Love that. Watch. Do it again. So cool. Thank you, Into Thin Air. So, there you go. That's not the anomaly I thought we would see either. I thought the first thing we would see were UFOs, something in the atmosphere. That's what I thought. It's a good one, though. Man, that is creepy. It's so weird. It's bizarre. You want to see something very cool? I hope some of you got the link I sent out, because you ain't ever seen it like this. From the space station. Did you see how the shadow overtook the Earth? Oh, it's so cool. Let me pull it out. I know. She did. Let's see if I can find it here. I think it was way down here. Oh, wait, I passed it, I think. Nope, it was during totality. Here it is.
Really beautiful.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the most amazing things.
Here it comes.
And you can see the gradation in the sky color down to the horizon.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am seeing a bit of that
Look at this.
360-degree sunset.
Yes, yeah.
That is really cool.
Isn't that wild?
It's amazing, even though we're in the total shadow.
See it creeping. It's like the blob.
It's pretty bright.
It's
Look how dark
bright.
it is.
Read by the light of the corona.
I think I would have some trouble.
Isn't that
reading,
cool?
but I could technically read something.
300 something miles
So,
up,
Eric,
right?
Oh, and actually, we have the International Space Station flying over right now. So they are actually seeing not one, but two views of the eclipse. They're able to see not just the moon passing in front of the sun, but they're also able to see the shadow of the moon passing over Earth.
That's right. They get to see the moon itself. Oh, that's cheating.
Incredible. I mean, I can hardly imagine a view being
Isn't that wicked? So wild, man. Celestial events, they make us smile. We look up and we wish we had a Chocodile. Remember that commercial? They were like Twinkies covered in chocolate, but they called them Chocodiles. Chocolate, whatever. And the voice was, well, it takes a while to eat a Chocodile. That's exactly the voice. I'll pull it up. I'll show you. I'll prove it right now. I don't care. I got all night. It is. Watch. Ready? You ready? Let's see if my memory's right. Because I've been doing that stupid voice for a long time. Let's see if I remembered correctly. Hostess Chocodile.
May take a while.
Have a Chocodile! Hostess Chocodiles from Chauncey Chocodile. It takes a while to eat a Chocodile.
Nothing like I did. Well, it takes a while to eat a Chocodile.
You'll have to wait a while. Have a Chocodile. It's so big and
Oh, maybe it's the old man I was doing.
While to eat a Chocodile. Hostess Chocodile. Lots of golden cake covered with chocolate flavor and cream filling inside. So big and delicious that it takes a while to eat a Chocodile.
It takes a while to eat a Chocodile. No!
Hostess Chocodile.
Right? Didn't I do it right?
This may take a while.
Have a Chocodile. Hostess Chocodiles from Chauncey Chocodile. It takes a while to eat a Chocodile.
It takes a while to eat a Chocodile. You gotta have that quiver in your voice. Stupid show. What are we doing? What are we doing, Richie? Come on, Rich. Get back to work. I don't wanna. You wanna see something really scary? And why is this happening more often? Airplane doors, engines falling off. Oh, I had some freaking sad effing news today, man. It brought a tear to my eye. Another athlete died in a plane crash or helicopter crash like Kobe Bryant. An MMA fighter, one of the best ever. Adesanya, what's his last name? Oh my God, I can't remember his last name. Adesanya something. Yeah, died in a, he's unbelievable. I just watched him fight 3 weeks ago. Sucks. Why do we got to die like that? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Bullshit. I can't remember his last name. What is it? Adesanya something. Adesanya. I can't believe it. Why isn't it showing here? I thought he died. They're not showing it. Was it a joke? Israel Adesanya. Israel Adesanya. Yeah. They're not showing that he died, though. This is weird. Oh, wait, what? No, that was a year ago. So I'm not sure why he died. Yeah, here it is. I don't know why I'm talking about this here. But it's not showing that he died. Was it another joke? It didn't look like one because they were talking about Kobe Bryant too. Must be fake. I don't see how. I'm really freaking out about this. All right. I'll move on. Sorry. Anyway, I was talking about that because of this video that it's just freaking me out that this is happening all the time. A lot. Too much. Check it out.
Let's go ahead and declare an emergency for Southwest 3695. And we'd
The engine just fell off. That's all.
An immediate return. We got a piece of the engine cowling hanging on.
Nothing major.
Southwest 3695, roger that. Turn left heading 190, clear to Denver via radar vectors. Left turn heading 190, Southwest 3695.
If it can be made by man, it'll be broken by man. Let's just put that right there. You know, it just goes to show you, maintenance, no matter how much they say they do, you know these guys aren't going around doing their maintenance jobs perfectly. You see, that's what bothers me. I would. You're responsible for thousands of lives. Hundreds of thousands. Why would you not want to do your job right? I got to go home. I don't feel too good. Well, tell your boss so you don't kill somebody. That's the right thing to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Let's get it. Now, hardcore ufology. You ready? The experts. Anytime I hear that word used in this field, I have to laugh because there are no experts. None. Not a one. Nobody. Now, they could be an expert on historical stuff and stories and stats and things of that nature. But nobody's an expert on UFOs or aliens because we don't have either to work on, to study, to touch, feel, taste, smell, and hear. So check this out. Jon Stewart? Yeah. Oh, this is good. Oh my God. I didn't know it was this. This guy's a bonehead. He turned out to be a big bonehead. Bob Lazar's dad. Yeah. Isn't that him? That looks like a young Bob Lazar almost.
One.
Right? Same mouth.
EBE still living, EBE3, and there is a videotape that eventually is going to be released to the public, and it's an interview with him. As hard as that.
Look at the mouth. Anybody who believes that's a real mouth moving.
And it's an interview with him. As hard as that.
You know, I have chickens right here next to me that if the mouth was able to open up every time you squeezed it, it would be the same thing.
It may sound as hard as that may be to believe there is a videotape of an interview with EBE3.
And what is this language?
There's going to be a video of an actual interview of an actual extraterrestrial being.
You know this?
Yes.
Referred to as the Victor footage.
Well, that's that's one of the only legitimate.
Yeah. Now listen to Doty, dickhead Doty. He's already stuttered. This is how people lie. Listen, he can't even come out and say it right the first time. He stutters because, oh wait, I want to make sure I say the right thing type of stutter. Freaking hate this guy more than you know.
It's one of the only legitimate video footage that's out there.
That sounded confident. Hey, you know, that's one of the most original footages out there. Did that sound confident? Did Dick Doty sound confident when he said that? Nay.
That's one of the only legitimate video footage that's out there. It's real. It was smuggled out. There's in fact, a whole book being written and a whole movie being written about that.
By Lou Elizondo.
EBE, still living, EBE3, and there is a videotape that eventually is going to be released to the public.
Okay, hold on a second. I just had a wicked thought. Hey, FAP's here. Moody Mongol, everybody. Derek Kennedy, Anomalies and the Real Deal. Alpine Gulch. General Zod. You know you... I remembered. All right. I want to know. Can you guys let me know what you're thinking right now by putting a 1 in the chat if you think the alien video I just showed you is real? I need to know this. So let me know if you think it's real with a 1 or 2 if not. You don't have to put anything if you don't want. But is this real? Put a 1 if you think that's real. I need to know, and I'll tell you why. Go ahead. I'll give you 20 seconds or so because there's like a 10-second delay. 2, no, don't believe it. Okay, interesting. Another 2, Bernie 2, Sarah 2, Peter 1 with a question. Alfie 2. Nobody believes it? You're not just saying that because I don't think it's real. I don't care if you think it's real. I don't know if I'm right. It could be real. I just don't think so. I think it's ridiculous looking, to be honest, but that's just me. I could be wrong. And now you're going to find out the funny part of all this. Nobody even said it. Nobody thought of it. It's right out there. Hey, Raven McKinn. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Raven McMinn. How many people make that mistake? I bet you nearly half. And I even read it and I said, okay, say McMinn. And I said the wrong thing. I don't even remember what I said. McMahon, is that what I said? Jerk I am. Disrespectful. It's all fake. Yeah. All right. So believe it or not, a lot of people on that side of ufology believe this is real. I mean, would you expect anything less from that side of ufology? Let's just call it the left side of ufology. Can we just say it now? You know what I'm saying. That side is the left. They run ufology. You like it or not, it's the truth. It's why we're in the shit we're in now. It's why it's imploded. It's why they're fighting with each other. It's why people are leaving the field. They're tired of the promises not being kept. Now, looking at this video, they believe it's real. So they must believe Jaime Maussan's little moomy doomies are real, right? They look just as ridiculous, yet nobody's bringing that up. Nobody's comparing them. So, believe it or not, if that's real, then the moomy doomies are real. End of story. That's how ridiculous it is. And we're looking at these aliens not knowing anything at all other than what they're telling us. We have to make our own minds up. They won't even have Americans or anybody else outside look at the moomy doomies. They know they're freaking bullcrap. And if they're not, then this is real. I don't care if that mouth sneezed. It's not real. The mouth. I don't care if that whole nose just turned upward and started sniffing. I don't care if it looked like an aardvark. It's not real. And did you hear John, whatever his name was? They're going to release, remember, they released the footage. It's the interview. It's awful. It's fun to watch. All right, I'll give them that. But that's it. I don't know what else I was going to say after that. All right. Let me see if my videos are ready here. Maybe I can play one. No. Actually, I can. On what happened today when I was out. Oh, looks like oh my God. Jeanette. Oh my God. Nice PayPal. I almost feel bad. I mean, really. Thank you. And a very nice message. Thank you so much for not being you. No, thank you for being you. I'm joking. Oh, my God. Thank you. The angel of Goofon. Right there. She's right there. See her? You can't see her, but I can see her. Ain't that right? Anyway. is the angel of Gufon. What is this, Moody Mongol, everybody? If Dirty Dick Doty was a wrestler, he would be accompanied to the ring by his trusted valet, Prince Fest, the Fist. He'd be the Fist, and they go like this, you know? Or, can't believe they try to pass that alien interview off as real. It's comical. The Fist. Well, Kelly, you have to believe in the Tooth Fairy because you have grandbabies. Of course you do. The Tooth Fairy's real. And then once you get all your teeth back after the Tooth Fairy, make sure you don't have a lot of pain by giving you money. That's what my parents always did. They gave us like 50 cents. It was the 70s. No, actually, I was born in 68. It was early 70. Probably 69 I started my teeth, right? When do babies start losing teeth? 2? 3? I don't know. All right. Did you guys ever see Who's Lou? What's this? I emailed you some pretty good pics trying to get the email to send it. Huh? Let me see. Oh. Oh. When did these come in? Eclipse. Oh, wow. All right, let me take a look at, what is this? Oh, David Wilcox. You said Mr. Ed was a stable genius and no one got it. You know, I didn't. I didn't get it because I thought Mr. Ed was somebody in the chat room. That's why. That is actually funny. He is a stable genius. Mr. Ed, he was a talking horse, kids. Most of you should get that because that's our demographic. 45 to 105. What's this? Scott Blight sent me something here. This UFO appeared in Texas during the eclipse. It would have been impossible to see with those Stevie Wondery eclipse shades from NASA. Let me take a look. From Scott Blight. This is from Dom Lucra, Breaking the Narratives. This is today. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it with you. Hey, thank you, Scott Blight, if you can hear me. General Zod as well. Send those over. Be happy to take a look. I need a good laugh. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Oh, no, he left. He unsubscribed. I'm being sued for, damn it. He killed me. That's how fast it happened in another universe. All right, check this out. This is from Dom Lucra, Breaker of Narratives, and he says he caught something. This UFO appeared in Texas during the eclipse. Go.
Bruh.
Look, there's something flying through the air.
Oh, wow. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Yo, what the fuck?
What was that?
Yo. Bruh.
Look, there's something flying through the air.
Where? Right? Where is it? I thought I saw something, but now I don't see it. Where?
Yo, what the fuck?
Oh, right there. Here it is. I thought I saw something fly. That's a disc. Or is it? See it? Oh, it's going through the clouds. Oh, wow. Look at it. Watch right here. I'm going to go to move it to the left now. Watch. Okay, now I'm going to go back. Now watch it go through the clouds. Oh, God dang it. Had to bring it back. There it is again, right there, going to the right. And then it goes behind that cloud. Does it come out the other end? You bet your aspirin. There it is. It does something right here. This is a weird part right there. Look at how long it is. It goes from here to here right now. Why is it stretching right there? I'll go slow. It stretches. Watch. See it? Now, it's already on the other side and it didn't even, you can see a piece of it right there still and it's already here. It's time jumping or something. That is weird. Right there, there's something going on. Like, it's almost as if it's being, like there's a piece of glass here. And when it moves behind the glass, it gets magnified. It looks like there might be an object here. I don't know. Something's weird right there. That's cool as hell. How'd they see that thing? I guess it's right there. I'm impressed with that. It is the stretchy effect. It's not an artifact of the camera. There's no, well, maybe, but not the UFO, but maybe that place. Yeah, maybe you're right. Let me see. I'm going to try to follow it, see if they follow it. Keep going right. See if we can see it come out the other side. See, it should be right here about now. So keep your eye here. Let's see if we see it. Okay, here we go. Moving. It should be coming out. Damn it. Me and my freaking hands. Get out of there. It didn't come out. I don't see it. It should have come out. And it never does that we see. I don't see it anywhere. Here, let's figure out the pace, right? If it's going at, here it is, right here. Now I'm going to go to the right and not stop, but I'm going to go at the same pace. Let's see if we can follow it all the way through. Should be coming up to that weird place right about now. There it is. And it jumps right there for some reason. Now, it's right here. I can barely see it on the big screen, but it's right there. And we're going to keep going this way. So 3, 2, go. Now, it should be in front of that camera. We should be catching up to it. I thought I saw something there. 3, 2, go. I don't see it. It might be fake. It might be fake after all. I don't think it is, though. That looks really good. I don't think it's fake. But it's a great sighting if it's real. Not kidding. That was pretty cool. That was fun. Very good. 88 miles an hour. Oh, you have a phone you're looking at? It's so tiny, I bet. Yeah, that stinks. That was cool. I have to admit, for once. Hey, now what do we call that evidence? Nuts and bolts, right? You can see it. That's basically it. But nuts and bolts, trace evidence, anything you can measure, anything you could study. And then you got the spiritual side, right? Virtually no evidence. You don't know if you're manifesting it in your own head. You know, you're hearing your own voice, but you're telling yourself you're hearing something else. Maybe you change the voice. Whoa, hey, Richard, I'm over here in Planet Nebula and all the way. Yeah, we call it Nebula, but it's not the same thing. You know? But I'm all the way over here at the speed of thought. again, I'm 400 billion miles away. I doubt it. Hey, Scondrell. Derek Kennedy. Did I say hello? Well, if I didn't, I'll say it again. What up? Kim Carol Diamond. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. There's some really cool stuff that happens with clouds. Some of them look so perfectly like an animal, a face, or whatever. You have to think, well, how could that just be pareidolia? Right? That's why I think we're all just part of a prison planet. We don't know it, but I'm calling it that because we can't leave. We can't leave. Do you want to leave? I never thought about it until later in life. I'd like to go somewhere other than here just to see. But we can't. So we're stuck here on a beautiful place, paradise. But it isn't. According to the aliens, this is hell. This is only a factory, a human factory. And right now they're getting some pretty darn good humans. They really are. What's up, Neil Lemure? Holographic tech. Yeah. Yes. They put the James Webb Telescope 4 times further away than the moon is to the Earth. 1 million miles. They did that to just not be interfered with any light, anything coming from the Earth and the moon. The moon is very reflective. It's almost like a second sun. See? No, it's not. But it is. It's a light bulb. At night, it's a light. It's a night light. See what I did there? God, I wish my videos were done. I just want to show you one. Super short. I think I can show you. That's what I was doing. Oh, okay. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. I think I can. Okay. All right. I'll show you. I don't know if you could hear. Oh, can you let me know if you hear it? I don't think you'll be able to hear it. Shit. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear this. Let me do this. See if this works. Click this screen, got it, and share. Didn't work. Let's try this. Window. WhatsApp. Tell me if you can hear it. Tell me if you can hear it. Yes, you can. No, you can't. Okay. All right. I'll just fast forward to it. Just to show you. There he is. What are you doing out there, he says. You can't be recording over here. I said, hey, how you doing? He goes, I don't know if you know what the store is exactly, but it's a medical facility, not a medical dispensary, not just a dispensary. So check this out. He says some of the patients are complaining that you're close in recording them. Now, I had just started. I just walked up. It's not even 3 minutes. I watched this car pull in the parking lot, an old man and an older woman. They stared at me. I just walked there. I just got there, and I watched them pull in as I'm still walking. And I said, wow, they were looking at me weird. And then she complained. That was the only person. So he basically is lying, and that's what they all do. They lie. Oh, people, oh, some people. What people? One person. Just say one lady. Anyway, I caught him in a lie. So I thought maybe I'd keep him off camera, and then he's kind of like just, I don't know, annoying me. He goes, I'm not trying to get the people. I'm just checking the ins and outs. He goes, oh, well, we got customers in there that are very uncomfortable. I go, well, you know, their uncomfortability doesn't trump my rights or override my rights. And I go, to record in public, but I'm not here to be disrespectful to anybody. And he goes, just don't point it over there. And I said, well, I can point it wherever I want. That's the whole thing. It's called plain view. Anything I can see with my eyes, I can record in public. And he goes, okay. I won't be here long, I said. He goes, okay. That was it. I thought that was the first. I literally wasn't even prepared for that. I was still walking there. Now, in the video, I tell how nervous I was and how my knees felt so weak. I was like, why am I nervous? It's just like, it's like stage fright. It's like, you know, you're preparing for something and you don't want to go out there and look like a fool. And I didn't even have time to prepare my thoughts. It's like he was already out there. Anyway, that was just part of what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, just trying to get people to understand. Because in the old days, people used to love cameras. They used to walk up to them and go, hi, Mom, right? Now that everybody has a camera and social media has ruined everything for cameras, that if I took my camera and placed it on a pole, nobody would notice it. But the fact that I'm holding it bothers them. You know, what are you going to do with that video? I don't know. Post it somewhere. Well, you can't post my face. I don't give you permission. I'll sue your butt, mister. And I go, I would say something like, well, I'm on a public sidewalk. I'm in a public place. Nothing you can do. And if you call the cops, I won't even have to give them my name. So the funny thing about today was I wore a mask. And I don't know if you guys saw yesterday's thumbnail, but that was the mask I wore today. And everybody driving by, this mask, everybody driving by was staring at me. I didn't feel uncomfortable. You know what it did? It empowered me. Don't ask me why, but the longer I was out there, the more confident I felt. But nothing happened. It was, the eclipse was going on. It's like 2:15, something like that. Everybody already ate lunch, so all the fast food places are empty. That's what I wanted to do, is record people there. And then I just started not feeling good, so I came home. But tomorrow, I'm going to the Pig Pen police station. We call them pig pens or pig shack. And then the post office right across the street, and see what happens. Scary doing it alone. You know, I got the P900 around my neck. I'm carrying my camera. I've got, a gimbal in my hand and other things. It's a couple grand worth of stuff I'm walking around with. And if people get mad, they break your stuff. It's so stupid. You can't record me. Sure I can. You're in public. I don't give you permission to use my face anywhere. And if I catch you, I'm going to sue your ass. Good luck. How dare you talk to me that way? You're in a federal building. It's public. It's private. No. Who owns the building? The city. Yeah, and where do they get their money? Oh, come on. Where do they get their money? Tax dollars. The public owns it. I own it. You own it. We all own it. Just a little piece. So we're allowed to walk in here and videotape, record anything we want. There's no tape. And then they don't understand it. Well, I don't give you permission. You have to have written permission. Nope. You're in public. Anything you do in public. Why don't you take your mask off? You look like an idiot. Well, you're worried that I'm putting your face on camera. I'm not worried. I'm wearing a mask. I created my own privacy. That's what we're trying to prove here, that you have to create your own privacy. If you think you want privacy in public, you got to create it yourself. So that's another piece of the puzzle of what we're doing over there. All right. Now it's 8 o'clock. I've been waiting for this hour, top of the hour, because you want to keep going? John Greenwald. John Greenwald. I put John. Oh my God, he removed it? Oh, John Greenwald had he removed it. Yep, it's not here. Let me go to his homepage. What is this? Oh, I'm out. I'm not going back to this. I don't know what this is. Hey, thank you, Scott Blight, for the most incredible UFO sighting of the year. Probably in a while. That was good. That was really good. Don Mofo? Oh, some pics. Yeah, let me show some. Wow. You took these? Holy crap. This is the solar eclipse. No way. Check this out, guys. I'm going to show it to you. I've got 3 here. Wow. These are incredible. These are professional. That's with the P1000, right? Wow. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Come on, Rich. No. There they are. All right. I'm just getting them all ready. I'm going to get them all ready, Don. Still pick. Oh, that's a cool little one. All right, we'll get that one in there. And trying to share this video with you. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Jesse Morrison sent some. Oh, wow. All right, I'll show yours too. Wow, these are great. Jesse? How cool. I don't think the first one went in there. There it is. All right, I'm going to show you everything I've got from Jesse Morrison and Don Mofo on the eclipse. I'm going to show Jesse's first because in the order that they came up, now it's in reverse. Okay, here we go. I'm excited. These are great. These are from our people. These are from listeners. Thank you so much for sharing all this stuff. Can I do that? There we go. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I had to put all screen, so don't worry. Look at all the shit I have open. That's nothing. I was closing them. All right, so there's one. We can zoom in on that bad boy. Wow, it looks like a button. Dude. It's a smiley face. Come on, did you do that? Dude, do you think the sun was smiling? No, really, what's going on? Why is that like that? Why is there a smiley face? There's the eyes, one there, and the face. Here's the nose. What? How? How? Look, you see it better. Dude, this. Come on. Now look here. That's how it was. You can't tell from there. I got to save that one for later. That's crazy. Here's another one. That's pretty cool with the clouds like that. Nice. There we go, man. You got about 2/3 to go right there. Or 1/3 left. I don't know if it's coming or going. Nice. One more. That's my favorite. That is so cool looking. You know, that looks like a painting. It's so cool. If you can just get that little branch out of there, just cut it off. Cool, man. Thank you, Jesse. Hey, Time Surfing Alien, how are you? Raging? Alpine, I already said. How you doing anyway? All right, let's go to the next. Now, these are from Mr. Mofo. Look at that. You did. You got the red thing. Dude, why is yours here? Did you know you had this? Hey, alien girl. Nikki Starchild, everybody. Did show off? Did you know this? The giraffes and zebras went nuts just before the eclipse at the Dallas Zoo. Did they really? Did they? That's cool. That's interesting. I want to save this one. I'm going to use it in a thumbnail tomorrow. I want to remake the thumbnail for tomorrow's show. Can I use that? Thank you. Oh, look. Oh, my. This is gorgeous. This is what I could have done if I was right there with my camera. Oh, you're Jesse. Oh, yeah, that is your face. That's you. Thank you, brother. Good job, man. Intergalactic Angler, throwing it down, man. Thank you for that. Thanks for being a member for 16 months. This is so cool. There's 2 of them, though. I'll save that one, too. Well, I already have them saved. I don't know why I'm doing that. This is beautiful. Just beautiful. Wow, look at how sharp it looks right there, right? Very nice, man. This is so cool. So cool. That's it. Thanks, fellas. Beautiful. Thank you. That was... Oh, Mike Johnson. He got one, too. He says, then it got cloudy and missed totality. Well, yeah, you didn't send me anything, Mike. There's nothing here. I don't know if you were sending me anything or just letting me know, but there's nothing there. Marcel? Oh, no. You know what I need, bro? I need a scanner I can take with me. A portable scanner, police scanner. They're like $100, right? 150, something like that. They have apps that you could listen to your local police and fire. But when I tried using the app that I use in Arizona for other things, it wouldn't work. Either they're not connected to the program or, yeah, I didn't hear one call for an hour. So I knew something was wrong. All right. Let me see if Greenwald's got us back. Maybe, nope, it's not page not found, 404. It's weird. I have this clip right here. John Kerry. Remember him? And I put stupid John Kerry for some reason. Oh, it's he's talking about climate change. He says jet-setting climate con man, John Kerry, claims that millions of people are dying as a result of greenhouse gas pollution caused by the way we choose to fuel our vehicles, propel our vehicles, and heat our homes, light our factories, or just try to keep warm. But yet, anytime he has to go somewhere, he goes on a very nice jet, right? That literally is like a lifetime of a footprint every time they fly. It's terrible. But I thought I'd play something different tonight because I'm in that kind of mood. Plus, I had this for 3 days.
There's really no polite way to put it.
Just to listen to politician, I guess.
The climate crisis is killing people.
Go!
It is knowingly, wittingly allowing people to die and infecting them with disease.
Hold on. I'm getting a call. This is weird. Hello? Hello? I could barely hear you. Who is this? It's climate change. Hi. We were just talking about how'd you know to listen? So you're not doing it intentionally, right? Because John Kerry, I'm listening to that recording. You want me to play it again? He said you're intentionally doing this. Like you have a conscience. Listen.
Killing people. It is knowing.
I'll let you listen.
The climate crisis is killing people.
The climate crisis is killing people.
It is knowingly, wittingly allowing people to die.
It says that you are knowingly and willingly allowing people to die. Why would you do? Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. The chemtrails. They're doing it. Okay. Can I call you back? Climate change. Climate change. What are you, melting? Hello? Yeah, I gotta go. I'm doing a live show. Yeah. All right. Funny. Yeah, thunder rolls. John Kerry acts like climate change is real. It's a real person. It's knowingly trying to kill us. He says, knowingly. I can't.
And infecting them with disease.
You bastard, climate change. How dare you?
And providing them with air that kills
How do you
people. Because we're not willing to take the steps necessary to do what we know we need to do. And what people have been screaming about for 30 years, 35 years plus now. Many of us were in Rio. I was there in 1988
Yeah, blame it
when
on
Jim
Rio.
Hansen first testified to us about what is happening. And every year now, millions of people around this planet are dying.
Millions!
Because fossil fuel and methane emissions, called greenhouse gas pollution, not just gas, pollution. And we used to care about pollution. We used to apply a polluter pays principle to the concept of pollution.
Climate change. Can you hear me? They sounded the alarm. You know they're coming for you. You're wanted now, climate change. If I were you, I would go undercover. I almost said you are underwater. Why? You're heating up the ocean? Not funny. You gotta go to the North. Go to the North Pole. Okay. All right, get cloudy. I'll talk to you later.
But now those methane emissions and CO2 emissions and nitrous oxide and other emissions are escaping into the atmosphere, being fed by the way in which we continue to choose to fuel our vehicles, propel our vehicles, heat our homes, light our factories, and so forth.
Cheap app. What a stupid speech he just gave. Climate change. And who's he looking at? Climate change. It wrote a note and it said it's coming for the planet. Stupid. People are so stupid. He acts like climate change is thinking. You know, that's not really that dumb. It's not. He's right. Climate change is it is. All right. Let's move it on. What do we got here? Is this a plane? UFO sighting. No, I'm not showing it. Never mind. Never mind. The Flying Man. Did we? Have you ever heard of this? The Flying Man. This is apparently one of the greatest paranormal experiences ever captured on film. No one can debunk the Flying Man. I'm not kidding.
Did you know that one of the most credible paranormal events to have ever happened is one that virtually no Westerners are even aware of? This farmer was going to bed at night and he would lay his head down on the pillow, and then when he would wake up, he would be in other places that were just totally inexplicable. But that's only the beginning of the story. In these places where he wakes up, he has interactions with people that basically you could verify that he really did have those interactions. He really did see those things. He really did hear those things. But it was impossible for him to be in those places in the first place. And it was impossible for him to be talking to those people and interacting with those things. It's just a whole series of just totally unexplainable phenomena. And so if you want to hear one of the most, if not the most famous UFO stories that likely you've never heard of if you're from the West, go ahead and click right here. Did you know that one of the most credible paranormal events to have ever happened is one that virtually no Westerners are even aware of? This farmer was going to bed at night and he would lay his head down on the pillow, and then when he would wake up, he would be in...
Couldn't get it to click. Have you ever heard of the UFOs of Guantanamo Bay? Yeah. In the late 60s, heavy UFO traffic was seen there. An ex-Marine said, all of us Marines were amazed at the amount of UFO activity over and around this base, the witness said. Virtually every night, UFOs were flying overhead with altitudes of less than 300 feet. Do you know how low that is? That's my drone. That's what I fly my drone at. Most of these UFOs were approximately 50 to 100 feet across, but to the naked eye, it came off as a dull, hazy hull with a small red light trailing behind it. Oh, that's weird. The Marine who wished to remain anonymous is in an interview with the paranormal sighting website called MUFON, said that he was unsure of the exact dates. How are you unsure about that? Hear me out. It happened almost every day. You can't give a month window. Yeah, it happened 1960s. It was cold out, I don't know, December, January. You know, like, you don't remember? Give me a break. You know how far apart it was. You could tell us and describe what it looked like, and even had a little red light. It was dull. He gives almost a detailed description of the craft, but he can't remember the days. Was it a weekend? You know, people remember that stuff when they see this. So that he's lying. Maybe he saw it once. But how do you not know? It was happening every day. Come on. The Marine claims he was instructed not to discuss the sightings, and he said he saw one UFO which looked like a big, beautiful cloud with a blue and white pulsating light. The craft, moving through the water faster than the speed of sound, whizzed by the submarine USS Hampton, a professor has claimed. Professor, oh God, Bob McGuire. I won't read it. Bob McGuire doesn't know shit. He is make believe. I don't care what he says happened back then. None of that shit's verifiable. But Bob McGuire has made up a lot of stuff that I believe isn't real. And I can prove it. The underwater alien base off Malibu has been Google fuzzed. They fuzzed it out on Google. That was 10 years ago. Preston Dennett says he collected about 50 or 100 reports of people who have seen UFOs going in and out of the water right there. He says, my problem is that Goofon. That was weird. My problem is, Preston Dennett says, is that Google images are coming out different, depending on what viewpoint you're looking at this thing from. Some show a tunnel, some don't. I'm very intrigued by the possibility. I'm convinced there's something down there. Geologists, however, have dismissed the idea that the structure is an alien base, describing the structure as perfectly ordinary. How long they've been waiting to put those two words together. Lake Baikal. Oh, Lord Baikal. Anyway. Lots of stuff, man. It's in the ocean. I think so. 70% of this planet is wet. Shut it. But it's soaking wet. They're down there. They're in the water. They really are. They really are. Too many people see it. Too many. Too many. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Because, let me see where I'm at. What is this? Oh, it's the Y-Files. Compilation of all their UFO stuff. Oh, let me find one here. Hey. You want to do this one? Let's do it. We're going to do this. I'm not even going to tell you what it's about. I'm just going to press play, and we're going to watch the Y-Files. Some of you have seen these before. This is a compilation, so it's very possible we've seen it here.
Should begin. And why would the government be working with aliens, and for what?
Hold on. Yeah, look who it is. Dick Doty, everybody.
Working for the Air Force Office of Special Investigation, or OSI, was assigned to Paul.
I don't know about you, but he's got child molester written all over his face.
Case. Doty and Paul spent so much time together that they became personal friends.
I'm just saying.
Paul showed Richard Doty sketches that Myrna Hansen made of what she saw while she was abducted. She drew hallways, elevators, rooms, and laboratories. Then Doty confirmed that her drawings matched the Manzano weapons storage complex, which was an underground facility. And over the next 20 years, more and more information would emerge that confirmed not only are aliens on Earth, but they're also working with the United States government. But when did this
You have a problem with the talking fish?
partnership begin? And why would the government be working with aliens, and for what goal? Well, in 1995, we would get our answer when Phil Schneider, an engineer who helped build Dulce Base, blew the whistle. And it's darker than you could possibly imagine.
Dolce and Gabbana. Come on, Hecklefish. Phil Schneider. He made that movie
In
Jaws,
2021,
right?
the Pentagon budget was $750 billion.
Wow.
And since 1996, the American military has received $8.5 trillion in taxpayer dollars and never has had to account for
That's trillion with a Z.
any of it. In 2016, an investigation discovered that the Pentagon was covering up $125 billion in so-called wasted dollars. Now, if the military budget comes up short in a given year, Whatever number that is just written in. It's called a plug. And then boom, balanced budget.
You try that with your taxes and see how that works out for you.
Well, they throw you in jail. But there's evidence that the money is not being wasted. It's actually part of the Pentagon's black budget. In 1995, at the Preparedness Expo, Phil Schneider blew the whistle on one of the most secret black budget programs in history.
On the southwest part of the Archuleta Mesa, we built an underground facility, a better part of 3 cubic miles, hollowed out underground. We were in the process of the early stages of building. We drilled 4 large tunnel-like holes. Some of them ran 2.5 miles under the surface. The equipment kept coming up broken. So we wanted to go down and we wanted to send somebody down there, a human observer, or human observers in this case, to find out what was going on.
In 1979, Schneider was working for Morrison Knudsen on a geology team, digging exploratory shafts for a new underground base in Dulce. And though working with heavy-duty equipment, the drills kept breaking. Once a drill punched through, Phil described black, sooty air billowing up through the opening, and the air smelled like rotten garbage. Phil put on a protective suit and headed down the lift to investigate. And on the way, walking through camp, he noticed there were an awful lot of armed troops.
When I saw Green Beret and Black Beret people encamped inside of our geologist camp, I knew something was up.
When Phil reached the bottom, he was face to face with a 7-foot-tall gray alien. He said its stench was worse than anything he'd ever smelled before. Then another alien appeared. Phil panicked, grabbed his pistol, and started firing.
Why? Why? I don't get it. Do you? So the aliens came running in. Were they shooting? I didn't hear anything. I've always questioned why he started shooting first. I guess we'll find out. From what I remember, the aliens came in hot. Like they were running to get them, or they heard them break through the ceiling, whatever. That's the impression I think. I think that's how I remember. Let's see.
And he managed to kill one of the aliens, but the others started firing back. Phil was hit with what he called a plasma weapon and lost 2 fingers and part of his left hand. And this plasma weapon also gave him cancer.
Hold on a second. Let me ask you a question. Because he lost these fingers, right? Maybe he was going like this or shooting the gun and that's... If it chopped his fingers off and scarred his chest, why didn't it just cut him in half? It seemed like that weapon, if it could chop fingers off, it should have no problem going through the body. Never, for 100%, never felt comfortable with that story. Because it looks like he had heart surgery. It's literally down the center. And I heard that he lost the fingers in an accident or something. Well, obviously, it wasn't done on purpose, but you know what I mean. So, Phil Schneider's still up in the air. I just don't know, but I want to believe. But then I don't. Depends on the day.
Bring a gun to a plasma fight.
That's good advice. Now, Phil thought he was dead when suddenly a Green Beret who had followed him down grabbed him and put him on the lift. Now, Phil made it, but nobody else did. 66 men lost their lives in what was called the Battle of Dulce Base. The American military had accidentally drilled into an alien base that had been there for 400 or 500 years. So now the military had a choice to make.
How do they know? How do they know? It was there 400 or 500 years. That's a pretty big window. At 400 or 500. If they said 410, I'd believe it. This story's wackadoodle. It really is. It's a good one. It's good. It's one of the better ones.
Go to war with the aliens or cooperate with them. Now, winning a war against entities with such advanced technology wasn't possible. So,
what advanced technology? We just saw they had a building underground and a plasma weapon. We don't know what else they have. That weapon could be it. It didn't kill Phil. So, but everybody else died. He's the only survivor. Even the guy who took him up in the thing got whacked. But not Phil. I bet you he played dead. Chicken Coward. I'm joking. I don't know.
So a deal was struck. Aliens would give advanced technology to humans.
I thought we were already doing that. Didn't we already have a deal in the 50s? What was that deal? That 1957 deal that expired now. But we had a deal with them. You could only take so many bodies. We'll give you the body. You can have the bodies, but we need your technology. And that was a 50-year contract we had with them, which ended a little bit ago. See how silly everything gets? There's just so... I know this is a story, a part of many, but it just doesn't jive. It's like, how do you not know you're drilling into something anyway? You know, all of a sudden you're drilling in rocks and then you hit something and you don't realize it. I guess the aliens made it out of eggshells or something. I don't know.
Did the humans have to get to the aliens?
Well, humans would have to give the aliens other humans.
Oh, see, I was right.
Our United States government lied, did not tell us anything about the alien threat.
Show us your chest.
There's a war underneath there, and I'm talking dead serious.
Phil Schneider was an outspoken advocate for government transparency about the alien presence on Earth. He became well known on the UFO lecture circuit, giving talks about his time working on top secret government projects. He's most known for his talk at the 1995 Preparedness Expo, where he revealed all kinds of information. As of 1995, there were 131 active secret underground bases in the United States and 1,477 around the world. All the bases in the United States are connected by magnetic levitation trains that can reach speeds of Mach 2. Phil said that there are 7 benevolent alien species currently living on Earth and 4 evil species. He said that the US government signed 4 treaties with the aliens in 1944, in 1954, 1962, and the last one in 1979 after the Dulce Battle. The treaty signed in 1954, called the Greada Treaty, was signed between the US government and a species of gray aliens. And the treaty says aliens would be allowed to abduct and experiment on humans as long as the US government, specifically the committee known as Majestic 12, was informed and provided a list of abductees.
Oh, the government sure does like making lists of people, huh?
It sure does.
Why it is so many abductions? Don't aliens know how boring humans are?
Well, according to Phil Schneider, at least 9 races of aliens view humans as a food source.
It's a cookbook.
It's a cookbook.
No! No!
Classic Twilight Zone episode.
Jack Klugman.
But the aliens don't consume human flesh. Instead, they use the secretions of glands from mammals. This species of alien suffers from a genetic disorder, and the enzymes in mammal hormones keep the aliens healthy. And some alien races use human adrenaline as a recreational intoxicant.
Ugh.
All right. Do you understand? Do you hear these stories? Who comes up? You know why they don't eat us? Because they're too smart. That's why they operate and specifically take the secretions from our pineal gland and whatever else they want to do. Oh yeah, they get high AF. You kidding? All aliens are dope. They're all doping. Why do you think their eyes are like the way they are? Even they're surprised. Holy shit, we found people. It's people. That's why, because if they were eating us like that, then they would be savages and they're not smart. They're just like animals. But if they intricately take the juices from us, specifically the pineal gland, oh, and stem cells, hey, you just snort a little dried up stem cell juice, forget about it. Your memory is sharp as a tack. Alien drugs. Hey, oh, that'd be a good topic for a show. Are aliens drug addicts? Can aliens be drug addicts? Of course. So are they is a better title. Are aliens drug addicts? Druggies? I'll put both. All right, let's finish this.
They get high from human secretions?
They do.
Yeah, that's a hard pass for me.
Me too. In exchange for access to humans for experimentation, the aliens would provide the United States with advanced technology. According to Phil Schneider, military technology is 1,200 years ahead of what civilians have now. Stealth technology came from aliens. The US government now has the ability to create special metal alloys, but they can only be created in the vacuum of space. The US military has a device that causes earthquakes. The 1989 San Francisco earthquake and the 1995 Kobe earthquake were weapons tests.
Seiko to score, and he fails to get Dave Parker at second base.
We're having an earthquake.
I'll tell you what, we're having an earthquake.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're having an earthquake here. Al Michaels.
And Phil Schneider makes all kinds of other claims. He said the bombings of the World Trade Center in 1993 and the Oklahoma City bombing of 1995 were done with miniature nuclear devices provided by the aliens. He said AIDS and other viruses were created as a means of controlling the population.
All right, hold on. I gotta stop you there.
What?
You expect me to believe that a government would artificially create a dangerous virus in a lab? My friend, that is a bridge too far.
Sarcasm?
Yes, of course it's sarcasm.
Phil Schneider believed that all this was happening for one purpose: to establish a new world order. The alien plan is to completely take over the planet and eliminate almost 90% of the world's population.
Ooh, this is the kind of talk that makes the men in black come a-knocking.
That's true. And Phil Schneider said he was under constant surveillance by the government. He even claimed he was attacked by an FBI agent and killed the agent in self-defense. And he reported this to the FBI, but nothing came of it.
No, because the government would have to admit to...
Is that real? How come I don't remember this? I've never heard that. And I did research on Phil Schneider. He was attacked by an FBI agent or something, killed the guy, reported it, and nothing ever came of it. How? I don't know if I believe that. There's got to be a public record of that, yeah?
All this stuff.
That's right. Phil was constantly in fear for his life. He said he had 11 close friends all die under mysterious circumstances, but every death was ruled a suicide. In fact, Phil Schneider told his friends and family over and over, if I ever end up dead, I didn't kill myself. It was murder. He was adamant about this.
Yeah, I can't help notice that you keep speaking about this guy in the past tense.
Well, in January 1996, just 4 months after he gave his famous lecture, Phil Schneider was found dead in his apartment.
Now, come on.
Apparently, he had taken his own life.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
There's a good chance that when I fly back to Reno, to Vegas, I have to drive home. I left my car down in Vegas. I have to drive.
Okay, first of all, he deserves what happened. Nobody wears a hat like that. You know, why would you put a hat on without securing it? Yeah, this is what my hat would look like. Right? I mean, that's what he's doing. It's so stupid. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. I always wanted to talk about that hat being up there in the air like that. It's not even on his head all the way.
I'm home alone. I'm scared to hell.
Phil Schneider was constantly worried. He told his family that if he was ever found dead, to not believe the story, that it was murder. A few weeks after that, Phil Schneider was found dead in his apartment. At first, his death was ruled unknown, even though he had a medical tube wrapped around his neck. And a lot of details about his death don't add up. First, there was no note. Also, he had enough pills on hand to die painlessly. He also had a gun. The medical tube was wrapped around his throat 3 times and then tied in a knot under his chin. Now, strangling yourself this way seems difficult, especially in Phil's case. He was missing half of his left hand. His shoulders had limited motion. He had brittle bone syndrome from cancer and spent a lot of time in a wheelchair. He was a weak and frail man. The medical examiner, for some reason, refused to
all the good reason to want to off yourself, but he said he wouldn't do that.
Visit the scene, though he was legally required to. He did take blood and urine samples, but refused to test them because he said it was a waste of time. And when Phil's family inquired about those samples, they were told they were sent to an independent lab and were now missing.
Yep.
When Phil's ex-wife Cynthia went to collect his belongings,
gone.
Everything was gone. Recordings of Phil's lectures, photographs, research, even physical evidence from Dulce Base. It was all missing. And then something very strange happened. An obituary appeared in the local paper saying Phil died of a stroke. Phil's family didn't write that obituary.
Whoa.
So who did?
The newspaper?
Any senator, House of Representative, person, President of the United States, Vice President, any cabinet member lying to the American public is...
Let me tell you, he has the best that I've ever seen. Anybody telling a story, body language I've ever seen. The best body language for telling the truth.
Is a traitor and should be dealt with in an appropriate fashion.
Yay!
Phil Schneider wasn't the only person who claimed to know about Dulce Base. Thomas Costello was a military photographer.
And where's Abbott?
With top secret clearance, and he specialized in photographing sensitive projects. Costello worked at an underground facility near Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada, most likely Area 51. He also worked at Dulce Base. In 1987, Costello turned whistleblower, and before he left Dulce Base, he stole a set of documents that were eventually called the Dulce Papers. He also stole 30 black and white photos as well as videotape.
There are several things you should know about. I took an oath under penalty of death that no matter what I saw or heard, I would never divulge the information. At the Dulce Base, treason is anything that mentions the details of daily operations at this facility when outside the confinement of this base. When I first arrived, the story they told us was that this is a tri-biotransfer facility with advanced technology doing advanced, adventurous methodology for medical and mental gains, which is a fancy way of saying they do really risky things with human life just to see what would happen.
This is the most famous Costello photograph, humans in pods.
What the hell's going on here?
Well, you know how aliens harvest human hormones for various purposes?
I'm trying to forget it, but yeah.
Well, these are cloning vats. Much easier to use humans as a food source when you could just grow them in a tube. And Costello was the first person to show us the different floors of Dulce Base and what they were used for. Level 1.
All right, I'm going to stop it there. The rest of it we know. I just wanted to get the Phil Schneider portion. You want to know what's weird? Check this out. All right, first I'll tell you. I had a dream, a recurring dream. I know, it's a dream, so I don't think it's real. Let me just tell you that first of all. Secondly, it felt as real as we're here now. I have dreams that are extremely real, always. My whole life. Never dreamed in black and white. I feel everything that's happening. I smell the food. I smell the grass. I smell everything that's in. It's as if I'm living in another world when I'm dreaming. It's true. What do they call that when you dream in superior detail? Genius? Anyway, penis? So I used to have this dream, and I had it several times. I'd probably say half a dozen, which is a lot. And it was over probably a 15-year period. I know, it's weird, right? Maybe even longer. But I had this dream that I was brought to a mountain in the future. Now, I don't know this to be a fact, but you know how dreams work. Well, in this dream, where I was the year 3000. And I was standing in Arizona, because that's where I was living, and it had seemed the earth shifted. And it is a desert, like the Mojave. There's sand dunes. As a matter of fact, for those of you who know golf and you know the Waste Management Tour, that happens usually around the Super Bowl, that takes place in Scottsdale. In the background of that golf course are the McDowell Mountains. It's where I grew up, at the bottom of that mountain. Now, everything was covered in sand, and all I could see was about a fifth left of the mountaintops. And the only reason I knew it was that mountain, because I know the peaks very well, and there's a really strange rock pile. Nobody knows how these rocks got there. I tried getting there. You can't get there. It's all fenced off. But these rocks are like monoliths, and it's really strange. But I knew the rocks, and I seen them, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know where I'm at. And in the dream, I'm in the desert, and 3 guys in suits and 1 guy in military gear. Looked like it might have been, well, I don't know. It was blue. It was very nice. It had a nice pin on it and a bunch of shit. And up out of the ground comes like an elevator. The gate opens. It was a gate. Like those shipping freight elevators. And he goes, points for me to go in there. And I'm like, all right. So I go in there. The door closes. All of us are in the elevator. I see the ground going up and all the desert. Some of its sand is even falling in, which was kind of cool because it's a dream, right? Very real. But as we're going down, the sides of the walls changed from steel, because I think that's how they built it at the top. They had steel structure, because after about 20 feet, it gave way to brick. And now the bricks are colored. And I see red, sub-level 1. Then I see sub-level 2, which is blue. Then I see sub-level 3, which is orange. Now we get to sub-level 4, purple. And we stop. And it says, aliens and humans. It's what it said on the thing. Aliens and humans. So, it's a dream. Now, mind you, during these dreams, the movie The Matrix had come out. So what I'm about to tell you sounds funny because it's what happened in the dream. So I don't know any of you ever play racquetball indoors, but when you play indoors in some clubs, they have a viewing window. And usually there's a restaurant or a waiting lounge area, or even the gym, or even the locker rooms can look down and see into the courts. And that's what this was. When we got off the elevator, on both sides were like racquetball courts, is what I remembered them to be. But as I walked up to the window and looked down, see what was going on, there was a hybrid alien and a human, and they were moving things with their hands, like the Matrix. So the guy in the military goes, "This is where you're going to stay and teach." And I said, "Teach English?" "No, how to move these objects." I said, "But I don't know how to move them." "No, you do. You just don't remember." So he introduces me to one of these hybrids. And I'm like, and I look back into that place that I was just at, and all the hybrids look alike. They're clones. And they're all cute. And they're all little girls, like, 20, 18 years old. I don't mean little girls. They're little. They're statured. They're small. Like a small person, like maybe 5 feet tall. 5 feet. That's not the shortest in the world, I know, but they were frail. They were attractive, very clean. She had no hair, and she even had this jacket that came up that had like a nice big 1970s collar. And it looked like it had like a design in the back I could see. And it just had these kind of like, I likened them to lightning bolts, just like in the thread. So I never found out what her name was, but we go into one of the courtrooms and we sit Indian style. And then out of nowhere, a siren goes off. She gets up, starts to walk very fast. We got to go. We got to go. Go, Rich. And I get up. I get out. We get in the elevator. For some reason, the elevator's fitting like 30 people now. Before it was only big for like 5. But now this elevator's got a lot of people in it. And we get to the top. And I go, what happened? I go, what happened? Nobody's saying anything. And it gets quiet. Elevator goes back down, comes back up. More people come out. And it happened really quick. It was like 3 or 4 times. And I look around and I see that more military people are here. And they want me to listen to a conversation because apparently I have this incredible hearing that I didn't know, but I could hear very well and I could fly. So, you know how you fly? You want to know? This is how I learned how to fly. It's just like a frog in the water. You have to put your hands down and push your feet. And that's how I flew. I flew like I was in water, but I didn't get high. I wouldn't go over the telephone poles that were around. What are they, 40 feet? Because I knew if I didn't keep thinking about it and concentrate on the motion, I would lose my ability to fly and I could kill myself. So I never went too high because sometimes I lose focus and I fall to the ground and I got hurt. And as I start to fly, I always wake up. And I had that dream, I think, a lot. I don't know, 10 times? The same dream. The same dream. And it never changes. When I was really a young kid, like 5 years old, I don't know, maybe I was 4, but I used to get strep throat really bad. I had it 3 times. I had 3 years in a row. And the doctor says, if you get strep throat one more time, we're going to have to pull your tonsils out. Never had it since. But I think I was 4 or 5. And I had a very high fever. I had 103. And I remember my parents talking about maybe we should take him to the doctor. And I remember me saying, I don't want to go. And then I fell asleep. This is this night that this thing happened that to this day still disturbs me. And I talked about it before. I was laying in bed. I wake up and I, for some reason, feel a presence in there. Two beings. And now, out of nowhere, I feel the inside of my throat, my insides. I'm changing. Something's wrong. You know, because I'm sick, I'm having hallucinations. Maybe I got shrunk down to that big. And let me tell you, it made me feel awful. Very, very, an awful, awful, awful feeling that I can't describe. Believe me, I don't know how to describe it even to this day. I don't know what it is. There's no description, but it is one of the worst feelings. It's not painful. It's odd. And it doesn't feel right. And I can't explain it. But that was the feeling I had when I was shrunk down. I was shrunk down so much that being underneath I was underneath the dresser. Not underneath it, but the dresser had a lip underneath it. And, you know, when you're vacuuming, you can put the vacuum under it, but you wouldn't be able to go any further. So it had this little lip that came out that I got underneath because I was scared. I was so small. And there was a little dust bunny. And I remember looking at this dust bunny like this. It was so disgusting. And I remember seeing what looked like little bugs on it, you know? And I remember getting scared. One of the beings that I never saw touched me, and I wound up getting big. And then I would wake up. And I had that dream 3-4 times. That's it. But I remember the feeling of being shrunken down. And it was so real. I never told my parents about that dream because I didn't know how to explain it, how I felt. And I didn't think they would believe me anyway, because it's a dream, right? It's a dream. But what if it isn't? You know? That's what I mean. We don't know everything. When we go to sleep and dream, it is 100% possible we are tapping into the many possibilities or past lives that were removed from our brain so we could function here in this being, this meat bag, for however long. So, that's it. I want to play this clip. It's a little, it's not long, but it's Rose Cuckold. It's the last thing we'll do tonight. He talks about the legacy program. He says, these are people whom I know are directly involved as legacy program gatekeepers. One of them sat on the National Security Council with Dick Cheney in his White House years. And yes, they are going to be named. They are going to be revealed. See, I don't believe that at all. And who cares? Do you think I care about a legacy program at this point? Doesn't that mean they're old programs? I don't care. It doesn't mean anything. But to Rose Cuckold, it's everything. He will literally say anything and do anything. And I know some of you out there are saying, I don't see the bad. I don't know why you don't like this guy, Rich. I get emails from people who ask me that. Why do you not like him? What did he do? He lied. About what? He just lied. The big UFO under a building, naming names, dropping this, saying this is going to happen, all sorts of stuff. How he kisses up to everybody in the field, yet he'll be a dick too. He's a flip-flopper. He's untrustworthy. He's a real dirty journalist. And I don't trust him for that. He's got a very bad reputation in Australia. He got fired working there, not once, not twice, but several. Why? He's a jerk. He's a jerk. Can't keep a secret. Names. He's a talker. You know what my mom calls people like that? My grandmother, actually. Wash women. They're the women who go down to the laundry room, do their wash, and gossip. That's him. He's a wash woman.
Earlier in the analysis I did on this whole report, that legacy program gatekeepers have been advising Kirkpatrick, and we were one of the first people to reveal this months back, that Kirkpatrick had people that were actually managing or had been managing the legacy UFO crash retrieval and back in engineering program, that he had brought those people on board to advise him. I think we've kind of seen the result of that. And I understand earlier that you posted that you actually know the names of these people. Do you plan on revealing?
Who cares?
Yes, actually, I forgot it was you that had that scoop, Matt. It was you. It was the advisory group to Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick that he was keeping very, very secret. But there were, again, people in Arrow who were quite alarmed to discover that their boss, the head of Arrow, was taking advice from a group of advisors who, frankly, were totally and utterly compromised. And I can't name them just yet. I've got plans about what I want to do.
Okay, see what I mean? He has the names. But he's got to make a big deal about it. It's all about ratings with her. No respect. That bothers me. He knows him. Why not say it? Oh, I've got something really big planned out that's going to make me famous, maybe.
But what I can tell you is that these are people whom I know are
figures
directly involved as legacy program gatekeepers. One of them sat on the National Security Council with Dick Cheney in his White House years. It's very, very interesting to see the people who are now being revealed to me as the people involved in, frankly, this cover-up. And yes, they are going to be named.
Out of nowhere, he gets to know, right? Why him? Does anybody want to make a bet that those names will never make the day of light? Never. Never. They will ruin him if he does that. He knows it. He's just talking smack, which I don't like, because he's a journalist. He gets paid to do what he does, and you can't trust him. He knows the names, but he won't tell us. He knows where the UFO is under the building, but he can't tell us. See what I mean? See pattern here?
They are going to be revealed. There is going to be an unveiling of who these people are.
Wrongo, beaver breath.
There's an awful lot. There's an awful lot leaking out of the woodwork right now.
Of course.
And look, as Gary said, these are dangerous times. These are desperate people. They are concealing. I mean, I know it's easy to be.
Did you see the overacting? These are dangerous times. He acts like it's so amazingly stressful to be doing what he's doing. Give me a break.
Be flippant about this, but they are concealing crimes, evil crimes. I wish I could say more. I mean, I am truly shocked that American democracy has come to this. There is a stain on American democracy.
He would know about stains
that goes back 50, 60, 70 years. It is an unresolved issue within the entire national security complex.
I'm going to talk slower with a more distinctive tone so you understand the gravity of the situation at hand. Because I'm Rose Cuckold, bitch!
That has never been properly addressed.
Shut off. Turn him off like a light switch. That's it for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Hope everybody had fun, because I sure did. Be back tomorrow at 7, all right? Oh, I don't want to hear it. Just be here. And tell everybody. 7 o'clock. And don't forget 7 in the morning with Alien Girl 111. Nikki Starchild, coffee and aliens. Doesn't get any better. I wish I was there. I woke up at 8:30 this morning, so I missed the show. I was pissed. But anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, moderators. The best in the biz. Super chatters. Thank you for being you and supporting the show. Jeanette, everybody, thank you. Appreciate that. And the newcomers, thanks for making Goof On your home for tonight. Maybe we'll see you again. And don't forget to subscribe to the new channel. And we've got a poll to finish with 127 votes. What's more important to you? Did we talk about this at all? The spiritual side of UFOs or nuts and bolts? Well, at 51%, the spiritual, and at nuts and bolts, at 48%, that's almost 50-50. Like, I've never seen it this close. Nuts and bolts, 48, spiritual. That's basically 50-50. Thanks for that. And as I said, subscribe to the new channel. You see the link in there. I just removed it. Thanks for your support. And every single night we're here doing it. Oh, Truthology for ufology for you. For you too. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. It was fun. I mean that. And daily and blessed. Be safe.
There's like this thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies of and why did it sound one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
With wisdom and rage, no lies, no tricks can shake his groove. In Richie's world, only truth will move. Richie G, lightning in his eyes, tearing down the fingers with his cosmic cries. With jokes and lore, he sets the score, leaving us yearning for more. From Roswell to Area 51. With a grin so wide and a heart so bold, he's leading us on a cosmic rock and roll. Blaze a glass to Richie G, the cosmic rock star, spreading truth and laughter near and far. In the UFO 90s, the blazing lights, vanishing field, rocking through the night. Thundering through the sky, rocking UFOlogy, never shy with jokes and lore.